watched my past video, you know that I like my single-speed bikes. And recently, I've been building up a Ross Perryton bike, which is sort of a old 27-inch hybrid-ishy bike. And what I've done is I've pretty much taken out all the derailleurs and made it a single-speed. And I also put 700cc wheels on it, but that's not the point. So what we're doing today is seeing how I converted a cassette, like a rear hub that has a cassette on it, to a single speed. On Amazon and on the internet, there's a bunch of places selling single speed conversions, and that pretty much what they are is that there are a bunch of spacers that go on the free hub body and a sprocket of your choice. So I was thinking, well, that doesn't seem too hard to build. Why? Let's see if I can build one. And that was what I did. So what I did is that I 3D printed some spacers right here that slide onto the free hub body. And then I took apart an old cassette that I had lying around. I tapped the pins out and took the gears, or like the sprocket that I wanted off of it. And then I slid it all back on like a normal cassette, but I only had one gear pretty much. That's the single speed. But there was one issue, because I didn't have the rest of the cassette to hold everything together when you tighten it back on. So then I had to use the smallest gear and the tightening nut, I don't know what it's called, but it pretty much squeezes the cassette onto the free hub body. So then I had to use the smallest gear, and that works fine. You can hardly see it anyway on the bike, and the spacers and the sprocket are not going anywhere. Another added benefit of using this method with the spacers is that there's a bunch of different sizes of the spacers that you can use. So using a mixture of the sizes, you can really dial in your chain line. You can get it exactly where you want it using the right combinations. And if you know anything about single speeds, chain line is everything. And that's another benefit